Alright guys, today it is happening. I'm finally doing it. I know this trend has been around for a couple of years now. I'm going to be attempting fluffy eyebrows. I won't lie to you guys, there have been attempts at fluffy brows before. None of them have been very, very successful. The only time I have successfully had fluffy brows is through eyebrow lamination, and obviously I can't get that done at the moment because the salons are closed, and I'm not quite brave enough to try that at home. I think I probably would burn my skin off. So I'm going to be trying the next best thing. I have finally picked up the Pink Honey glue. I thought it was wax. Pink Honey glue, the original super hold. I know this has been around for so long and so many people have been talking about it, but I have only just picked it up. It's one of the brands that I mentioned in my 10 brands I want to try in 2021 video, so it is the first one that I'm ticking off the list. I'm pretty excited. I've heard great things. The biggest issue that I have with my brows is actually keeping the hairs in place, so hopefully this is going to be good. Very, very excited. I have also picked up the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen. I didn't actually know that NYX even made a brow pen. I asked for recommendations on Instagram. A couple of people suggested this one, so I thought, why not? So we are going to be trying both of those products today. We're going to see how it goes. I'm a little bit scared. I hope my brows turn out all right because, oh yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. So we're gonna jump straight in and try this out, and hopefully things turn out all right. All right guys, so as I said, this is the original super hold from Pink Honey. I think this product has been out for about a year now, and they have released a few other versions, but again, I asked on Instagram because I didn't know where to start, and most people said to start off with the original one, so that is exactly what I did. I have had this for a while. I actually placed my order on the 20th of January. This cost me £8.99, and it comes with a spoolie, a cute little spoolie. They actually had a code going at the time for 20% off, and you also got entered into a prize draw for a Dyson hairdryer, I think. Spoiler alert, I didn't win the Dyson, but it gave me 20% off the order, which was pretty good. And then I also had £2.80 shipping. And in terms of my experience with shipping, it was really quick, which I kind of didn't expect in January because lockdown, as always, in England, that doesn't change. It shipped that Friday, the 22nd, and I had tracking emails from Royal Mail, which is always really, really helpful, and it arrived on Monday, the 25th. So overall, pretty speedy delivery, I would say. You do also get some little instructions. So it says to apply water to your spoolie. I have got a little ramekin of water, so let me dip that in. I haven't actually opened this up. Ooh, oh wow, it smells really, really sweet. Yeah, oh, I haven't shown you the packaging, I don't think. It is really, really cute, just like a little honey or jam pot. There are no directions on the pot, so if this is your first time using it, do just make sure you keep hold of this. I'm sure you can also find the instructions online. On the pot, we just have kind of a usual warning, so only to be used in the eyebrow area, in the event of contact with the eye, rinse with water, not to be consumed. Actually, I feel like that's kind of a fair warning with this one. Keep out of reach of children and keep out of reach of direct sunlight. So you will notice that there is a little hole in the pot, so it says place the spoolie in the designed hole inside the honey pot and apply pressure. Swirl for 10 seconds. So that's literally what we're gonna do. Okay. We're swirling, we're swirling. Okay, and then it says, press your honey dipper against the skin and comb up the hairs, followed by using your finger in the same upward motion to stick the brow hairs down. I was meant to tie my hair up. Let me do that quickly. Otherwise it might just get in the way. All right, I'm gonna give this a go. Just brushing upwards. Okay, I seem to have some bits in there. Okay, no, there we go. It's starting to stick. Follow it up with your finger. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, okay, that seems really good actually. So my biggest issue normally whenever I've tried to do fluffy brows is that the hairs on this eyebrow, they almost kind of curve backwards like that. That doesn't seem to be happening. This is actually giving it quite a nice shape. And then yeah, I'm just flattening with... Okay, that's actually quite good. Let me make sure you guys are in focus. That's probably the nicest shape I have ever gotten at home. I have tried the Got To Be Glued, which loads of people use and I always see recommended, but I feel like it doesn't properly stick my hairs down and it like gets really gloopy and gets product everywhere. I've tried it before and after foundation. All the recommendations that I've had from people who've used this, by the way, have told me to use this before the foundation. This seems stuck pretty well in place. That's my issue normally. My brow hairs are quite coarse and they do get quite unruly. They normally don't stick down. This is like I've used a glue stick basically. I think I might just try adding a little bit more at the front. So I'm just gonna take the spoolie again, wet it a little bit, and I guess I'm just gonna just get in there. It's an interesting design, but I guess it works. Okay, I think I've got too much product there though. Wow, okay, yeah. I mean, look at the difference in volume in between the two brows. Look at the lift that has just given me as well. The direction of the hairs seems fine. It seems to be staying glued down. And that was really quick as well. Like, that hasn't taken me very long. Wow, okay, right, let me do the other eyebrow. I think I've got too much product this time. I feel like I'm a bit more clumsy on this side. Yeah, that's funny. Normally this is the eyebrow that I find easier to get to a nice fluffy shape. For some reason I'm struggling more. I'm obviously not quite getting the technique as right as I was on this side. Do you see how my two brows behave completely differently though? I know it's sisters not twins, but I think mine might be cousins. I don't really know what's going on. Let me try and bring these up a little bit more. Yeah, I feel like they don't have the same shape. It looks a bit weird. I worry that this hair is gonna come kind of unglued. Yeah, okay, I think we're there. I'm just gonna grab some cotton. I just have these reusable cotton pads from the Green and Blue company. I got them on Amazon. I will try, actually I think they might be listed down below anyway, but if they're not, I will try and add them. And I'm just gonna take some Garnier micellar water. I'm gonna go really carefully here. I'm just gonna try and make sure I haven't got any excess product. It does feel like when you glue your eyebrows down and you do brow blocking, and I do always have hairs that struggle to stay down, but it seems okay. It seems okay. Oh, okay, right, let me show you this. This is really grim. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. I think I've maybe been a bit too rough with it or something, but it's definitely pulled out some eyebrow hairs. Should that be happening? Is that just me? Maybe it's just me. I do feel like this side hasn't maybe stuck down quite as well, but overall, I would say this is some of the most successful attempt I've ever had at making my eyebrows fluffy. So I'm just gonna go and do my eye makeup as well as my face makeup. That's gonna be for a different video. And when I come back, we're gonna try the eyebrow pen. All right guys, I am back. If you haven't already seen the video for this look, this is the recreation of a look by Makeup by Tiffany 87, which would have gone up before this video. So do make sure that you check it out. It will be linked somewhere at some point. My lashes are not sticking down. Why does this always happen to me? Anyway, the brows have stuck down really well. I thought this would lift because this normally ends up lifting when I try and like do brow blocking with glue, but that just hasn't happened. There's a tiny bit of lifting here, but it's really not noticeable. Like really right on the ends, but I don't know if that's because the hairs are just particularly short there. Overall, it has stayed stuck down so well. I did notice what almost looks like extra wrinkles around my eyebrows that I don't remember having yesterday. So unless I suddenly aged overnight, I think what's happened is I haven't removed all of the product. Yeah, I can feel it on my skin. So I think that's a skill that's going to come with time, is just making sure that I have no product, well, that I'm not getting the product on my skin in the first place, and then if I am getting it, that I remove it properly. Overall, in terms of the hold, that is exactly what I'm looking for. I can't find the product. Oh, there we go. Normally when I review a product, my desk is fairly clean because it's at the start of the video that I'm talking about the product, but because I've already been filming another video, it's just a mess in front of me. Anyway, so let's try this Lift and Snatch by NYX. Tell me, do you guys still pay attention to NYX? Because I have to say, like, they're just not a brand that I'm particularly interested in anymore. They release so much, and so much of it is limited edition, and their prices have just climbed so much. So I'm just like, don't care, don't really care. But I've heard great things about their brow products in the past. In fact, I've had their brow pencil and I was pretty happy with it. And as I said, a couple of people recommended this. This retails for £10, which isn't overly excessive. I got mine from Beauty Bay. Didn't think it was the most exciting thing to happen when Beauty Bay announced they would be stocking NYX, but I do get free next day delivery through their Tribe system. So I was like, well, you know what? This actually is gonna make my life easier. It comes in a few shades actually. NYX have a really good brow shade range if I remember correctly. Yeah, they have 9 shades, which isn't bad at all. It's a very decent shade range, I'd say, nowadays. I think we should just jump in. So this is like a teeny tiny, let me show you. This is absolutely tiny. Teeny tiny pen, and I think it's like, you know, Kat Von D tattoo liner. I think it's little hairs. Yeah, it is. And the color looks pretty good. Sorry, it helps if I focus you guys again. I'm a little bit scared. So let's just see what happens. Oh, okay. I think there's probably like a little bit of getting used to it. Like you can tell, if you guys can see, actually, maybe I should just zoom you guys all the way in. I feel like my first few strokes are quite clumsy, but I'm holding it right at the end and going really lightly. It's just, yeah, very lightly filling it in. I'm struggling a bit more at the front to find the right angle. Like I feel like I'm not doing as well. I don't know how I like it at the front of the brow. It doesn't look very natural, but I think again that this is more me rather than the pen itself, because this is just not a type of product that I've ever used. The reason I wanted to get something like this is because I watch a lot of Marion Cameleon. She uses these brow pens a lot. She uses the Lime Crime ones, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something I might not have liked. And she uses like a lighter color and a darker color. And I do like this color for like the back of my brow, but I'm wondering, oh, see at the front, yeah, it's just not sitting quite right. I'm wondering if I could do with blonde for the front. Yeah, it's definitely trickier at the front. I don't feel I like what's happening. It's not like when I'm using a, oh my God, an angled brush with a pomade and I can get like up straight that way and make sure I'm not going over the lines. So I do like it for the back, but I feel like I've gone in stronger with it at the front. But in terms of layering over the pink honey gel, that's doing a fantastic job. I think what the issue is as well is that I think I've just got powder in the brow. Let me grab a spoolie. Okay, I think this is going to be technique, like this is going to have to be something I get used to, but because the brow is already glued down, I've managed to get foundation and powder into the brow and I can't really get it out. So the whole brow is grey, so then I have to go over it with the pen, and that's kind of making things look a bit weird. So again, I think that is just more down to technique, to me getting it right with the glue in the first place. But yeah, the pen layers over the top of the glue really nicely. I would say overall I feel quite happy with that. I think it is just like getting used to using it, but it's definitely again more natural than anything I would get with a pencil or with a pomade. So I'm just gonna go and do the other brow and then I'll come back to give you my final thoughts. Alright guys, so I've just gone ahead and finished up the rest of my makeup, and here is the look with both brows on. As I was doing my left eyebrow, I felt like I found using the pen actually a lot easier. I don't know, the way that I was holding my hand, I didn't find that I had the same issues in terms of like getting it at the front. So I felt like it looks maybe a little bit more natural than it looks on this side. But then what I did have is actually the product was kind of struggling to get on, and I think that's because my application on the left eye of the actual pink honey glue itself was a lot more uneven. I mean, I can feel it, there's a gap here. I just haven't glued it down properly and I was struggling to fill that in with the pen, so that was a bit of a shame. But overall, I would say that's a pretty good experience for my first time trying a pen. I'm really happy with how it looks, and I think at some point I would quite like to pick up another color. I do tend to like my brows maybe a little bit darker at this time of year, so maybe I would pick up a slightly darker one so that I could use it alongside taupe. Just, you know, give a bit more dimension to the brows. Overall, in terms of what I think of this, I kind of really like it. I know that fluffy brows are not for everyone, and because I do have like fairly long coarse hair, it does give me pretty thick brows. I know that again, they're not for everyone, and they are still in place as well. Obviously this isn't like doing a full day wear test to see how it would last. I mean, this so far is better than any brow gel or brow mascara that I've tried. Not that I've tried that many, but normally like by the time I get around to taking the photos of my makeup, everything's kind of moved and it's not sitting properly anymore and I have to add more on, and this is staying on really well. So yeah, this I'm gonna be doing more of this, definitely. There's definitely a little bit of learning behind it. As I said, like I struggled a lot more with this brow for some reason, which is kind of weird that I got the first one right and not the second one. And I had a lot of product on my skin. I think I had it too thick on the left brow maybe. I would say in terms of like ease of use, it's fairly easy to use. Like it's definitely not the hardest product that I've ever tried to use, and I feel like you could get on with this if you were still fairly new to makeup, but you are definitely gonna need some practice. You are gonna need to just kind of get to know it a bit more. You know what, I was very apprehensive of this video, which is why it took me so long to order the product, but I can see why people love it. Again, it's not for everyone. If you don't like a fluffy brow, it's not for you. I'm really impressed with the effect. I really love how this looks. Same with the pen. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with it overall. So yeah, very, very happy with both of these products. You can expect to see them used in makeup looks and videos in the future. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope, as always, that you enjoyed it. Definitely let me know in the comments if you have tried Pink Honey or any sort of other brand like this that does this and what you thought of them. If you enjoyed the video, then do as always, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next video. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.